Hi friends! Today I will reveal to you the secrets of behind the scenes, the training, the incredible costumes, and how the puppy Peggy became a real star of the movie. After all, you already know that off-camera there usually happen a lot of interesting events that we normally don't see in theaters. Everyone's favorite characters, Deadpool and Wolverine, have finally met on the big screen. With you, as always, is Popcorn Files, and we begin.
Most of the fight scenes were performed without stunt doubles. Everything you see on screen are real combat scenes, including the clashes with claws and swords. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman trained for months for the fight between Wolverine and Deadpool. They practically lived on set, rehearsing every strike so that the choreography looked as realistic as possible. Although, to be honest, stunt doubles were still used for difficult falls, acrobatics, and wire scenes for Deadpool, and for jumps and heavy hits for Wolverine. In an interview, Reynolds admitted that as an actor, he would have no value if he couldn't do a stunt. Hugh also had stunt doubles, especially for jumps and hard impacts, but still, he performed most of the fights himself, especially the claw scenes.
The atmosphere on set, according to the crew, balanced between strict discipline and complete madness. On one hand, there were heavy stunts, but on the other, endless humor. Director Sean Levy said that sometimes they had to reshoot scenes 4 or 5 times because the actors kept laughing during takes. And of course, you already know that Ryan Reynolds is famous for his jokes, which is why he fits perfectly into any comedy-style movie. Interestingly, several costumes were created for the role of Deadpool. The first one, let's call it the heroic version, was used for close-up shots, while the second was a lighter suit designed specifically for stunts, with extra protection for falls. The fabric had a mesh-like texture that reflected light like metal but appeared matte in the shadows. Thanks to this, the costume seemed to come alive on screen. The mask itself had removable parts around the eyes so the makeup and VFX artists could adjust the shape, making them wider, narrower, raised, or heavier, giving the character different expressions and emotions. Of course, we couldn't ignore the main star of the film, Dogpool, a puppy named Peggy. She went through 8 weeks of training, learning to jump into Ryan's arms and lick him on command. For her work, the dog received quite a decent fee, and rumor has it that Peggy would do anything for a piece of cheese. Dogpool became not just a comedic moment, but a true mascot of the film. Peggy even walked the red carpet at the premiere. The fights between Wolverine and Deadpool are not only a breathtaking spectacle, but also a true challenge for the actors themselves. Hugh Jackman trained 3 to 4 hours a day to get back into shape after years away from the role. The most difficult parts for him were the sword and claw scenes, which they rehearsed for months. As a result, we'll see moments where neither stunt doubles nor CGI can replace the raw energy of the actors. Even Wolverine's costume is a direct throwback to the comics, as fans had been waiting for more than 20 years to see Hugh Jackman appear in the iconic yellow suit. But few people know that the costume was created under the strictest secrecy. On set, it was even transported in special covers to prevent leaks to the media. Hugh admitted that he had to train in the suit itself so his movements would look natural. The mask was a challenge of its own. It was made using 3D printing and tested thoroughly to ensure Hugh could fight, turn his head, and still look exactly like he does in the comics. Behind the scenes of Deadpool and Wolverine was an incredible amount of work. Dozens of costumes, hundreds of hours of training, stunt performers, and the actors' laughter. This film is the result not only of Marvel's magic, but also of human strength and energy. Which fact surprised you the most? The costumes, Hugh's training, or that Ryan did half of his own stunts? Write your answer in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.